Hello everyone, this is Liana from Score, and today I'll be showing you how to do the implementation for yourself, meaning I'll be showing you how to prepare your portal for use. So we're going to create a new portal here. We're going to add our information. Alright. We're going to add all the information we have, our company phone. We're going to add a zip code. Alright. And what will be our domain alias, meaning what will be our link for for beta.scoreceo.com/test company portal. So you can have your company name be your domain alias, so it could be beta.scoreceo.com/ your company name. And once we have all that information in, we're going to click on get started now for free. All right. Let's wait for that to create. So what we're going to be receiving is an email for us to activate our portal. All right, now that we've registered, we're going to go to our email. We're going to receive an email from SuperAdmin, and we're going to click on it. Click on where it says click here. This is going to be our activation. We can close ScoreCEO.com already. All right, and we're going to create our password. Alright, once we create our password, we're going to click on I agree, click on submit, and that's going to activate our portal. So we're going to go back to our login page, enter our email, our password. Once we log in, it's going to do a basic installation. This is going to be the only time it'll do it. So once you do the basic installation for the first time, even if you open the software on any other computer, this won't happen again. So we're going to wait for it to finish. And now that it's done, we can continue with the quick wizard. So the quick wizard, which is part of the implementation, we start by going to Authorizenet. So in order to have an Authorizenet account, we do provide a link to our merchant provider, which is Capital Merchant Solutions. Once you have your Authorizenet account, you can go ahead and enter your API login and your transaction key, and then you're going to click on Save. So once you click Save, you're going to have your Authorizenet integrated, and then this will allow you to accept credit card and ACH payments from inside ScoreCEO. If you don't have Authorizenet at the moment, I suggest you skip the step and continue with your HalloSign account. You don't have to worry. Authorizenet is the only one that we can integrate at the moment, but you won't have to worry if you don't have Authorizenet. You can always use a third-party merchant provider outside the software. The only difference is you won't be able to accept credit card or ACH payments from inside ScoreCEO. You would have to leave your customers as a cash consumer and mark their invoices as paid manually once you receive payment outside the software. So continuing, we have HalloSign. HalloSign will allow you to send your customers the Creditrepair contract, ACH or credit card authorization form, and the referral agreement to your referral offices via email, so they can e-sign them and get back to you when they're signed. Once you sign them on your end, everything will be completed. So we're going to authenticate HalloSign by clicking Authenticate. It's going to send us to log in because we already have a HalloSign account with this email. If we don't have a HalloSign account with the email that we have on file, it will send us an email to activate an account with HalloSign. We're going to sign in with Google because it's a Gmail account that I'm using. Alright. Once I log in, it's going to ask me to accept the link between ScoreCEO and HalloSign. So that is done. I'm going to go back to the Quick Wizard by going to our profile picture down to Quick Wizard. And next I'm going to set up my email configurations. We have two options of email configurations right now. One is Mandrill and one is SMTP. With Mandrill, if you're using a domain like Gmail or Outlook, like right now I'm using Gmail, I won't be able to use Mandrill. Mandrill is a paid service by MailChimp that has more features where you can track more of the emails that are going out, but you would have to have a domain in order to have Mandrill, and it cannot contain the word Creditrepair because Mandrill does not work with Creditrepair organizations. So we recommend SMTP for now. So let's change the setting to SMTP. Once we change the setting to SMTP, I'm going to enter the SMTP information. So since I have a Gmail, the SMTP server is going to be smtp.gmail.com. The port number is going to be 587, and the username is going to be your email. And the SMTP password is going to be the password you use to log into your email. And we're going to enable SSL. So before we click on save, we're going to go to our inbox. We're going to go to our Gmail bubble, and we're going to go to my account. This is for Gmail accounts only. So for Gmail accounts, we're going to go to sign in and security, and we're going to make sure our less secure apps is on in order for it to allow ScoreCEO to integrate with your email. If that doesn't work, what we're going to do is we're going to be creating an app password. So let's go to ScoreCEO, save, and then we're going to test it to make sure that everything is running correctly. All right. Alright, so there's a problem sending the email. It could be that Gmail automatically blocks ScoreCEO from using their server. So what we're going to do is we're going to test if it's the email address. So we're going to click on edit, and we're going to test to see if our password, we might have typed it wrong. So we're going to retype that. Alright. See if that's wrong. Check the email if it's written correctly. Click on save and retest it. This is a trial and error area, so if you've tried everything and everything is correct and the settings do not work, that means Google blocked the ScoreCEO server. So what we have to do in this case for Gmail is create an app password. So I'm going to show you that in a moment. Alright, so it did go through, so that means we have to create an app password. Alright, so what we have to do is turn on the two-step verification. This is an extra layer of security, so don't worry, it's not going to be bad for your email. So we're going to enter our password in order to continue. It's going to ask us to send a code to our phone number. We're going to enter the code once we receive it. And we're going to turn on our two-step verification. Once turned on, we can go ahead and back up and go to app passwords. It's going to ask us to enter our password once again. It's going to send us a new code. We're going to enter that. Alright, so we had already created an app password. We're going to delete that, and we're going to select the app. other so we can create a custom name so that we know this is for ScoreCEO. And we're going to click on generate. Once you click on generate, if you close this this window right here, you won't be able to see the password once again. So make sure you copy this password before you click on done. So what we're going to do before we click on done right there is go to ScoreCEO, go to SMTP password, paste the password that we copied from Gmail, click on save, and make sure it's working. So test the settings once again. Now that we have entered the app password, now the email has been sent successfully. I've received the email test on my email. So that means that now these settings are up and running. Now we can go back to the quick wizard. And it's time to set up their Facebook and Twitter accounts. So basically what you're going to do, click on Facebook account. You can do Facebook and Twitter at the same time by clicking on edit at the top of the screen first. Next, we have to enter our Facebook page ID. So basically we have to go to Facebook. All right, so basically you have to go to Facebook, open your company page, and copy the URL. What you need is the page ID. For my test here is CRO for test. That's the only thing I'm going to copy. And then I'm going back to ScoreCEO and pasting the page ID on to ScoreCEO. And if I have a Twitter for my company, I can also enter the username here. Basically, Facebook and Twitter integrations in ScoreCEO is for when your customer signs into your customer portal, they can see Twitter and Facebook feeds on their portal so they can keep up to date with your company. And next we have the Google Analytics account. Once you have your website up and running and you want to create the Google Analytics account, you can click on Show on Dashboard so you can see the Google Analytics widget on your dashboard. Log in with Google. It's going to be easier since we are using a Gmail account. It's going to ask you to allow. And now that we have it created, since I don't have a Google Analytics account created, I can go ahead and create one. So to create a Google Analytics account, go over, open a new tab, and go search for Google Analytics. And the first result should be analytics.google.com/analytics/webs. Click on that one. All right, we're going to make sure the email we're using is the correct one. And then we're going to click on Sign Up. We're going to create our Google Analytics account. The account name can be website. The website name is... And now I'm going to enter the URL for my website once I have it created. In the category, you can select the one you want. Let's select Other. And we're going to select our time zone. Time Arizona. And we don't have to do anything else. Just click on Get Tracking ID. It's going to give us the Terms of Service Agreement. Click on I accept. And you're going to have successfully created your Google Analytics account. What you need to do next is grab your tracking ID and add it to your website. If you have Wix, WordPress, or GoDaddy, you have the instructions right here. So you can click on the name of your provider and then you'll have the instructions. Or if you have a web developer, just let them know that you've created a Google Analytics account and give them the tracking ID information, or the global site tag, which is this script right here, that they will need as well. So now that we've done this, we're going back to ScoreCEO, refresh our page, and select the account and the property. Once we do that, click on Save, and once you have your Google Analytics integrated with your website, information will start populating in ScoreCEO as well. You can go to Analytics, and you have the Google Analytics area where you can see all the information for your website, or you have the widget on your dashboard. All right. Once you have it integrated with your website, it will start populating information between the months that you have your Google Analytics set up. Thank you for accompanying me in this journey of implementing ScoreCEO. I hope you had a good time with this tutorial, and if you have any questions, remember you can contact me directly over to liana.diaz@scoring.com, or simply open up your ScoreCEO chat. We're available Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. Eastern to 7 p.m. Eastern time, and if we're not available at the moment, you can always leave the message and we'll tend to you as soon as possible. Thank you for listening, and I hope to talk to you more soon. Have a great rest of your week.